There we go. Hi,
Hi,
welcome back to the To My Sister Friend podcast. I'm Chrissy,
I'm Lady.
and we're very happy to be here today. Happy Wednesday because
Tuesday is after winter at this point.
yes, your girl. Sometimes I don't know my days of the week. she she
I
texted
I
me
messaged her
yesterday.
yesterday. I was like, I'm seeing my last client and I'll be over there. She was like, it's Tuesday? Like, yes, ma'am. So
I was
she wasn't ready.
discombobulated, but I'm gonna get my act together.
Mm.
But it is Wednesday, a beautiful day here today, and we decided we're gonna do a part two to our dating and relationship conversation from last week.
Yeah, because I have lots more to
Lots
say.
more. I mean, when it comes to dating and
It's never
relationships,
ending.
literally, it's
Yeah.
always something to talk about.
Yeah.
But it's funny how um, this morning or this afternoon, our sister is always trying to play matchmaker for me. And she met this gentleman at the bank, and he initially he was checking all the boxes on the criteria of my well, a year younger than me now because I'm 34 now, but 33, no kids, good job at the bank. I was like, okay, yeah, send him my way. But then we got to the part where she mentioned that for his I guess second job, because it's a job too, right?
Hmm.
He's a pastor. And I was just like, yeah,
No.
I don't know if that's gonna work.
But I was like, same. Like, I don't know if I could have been with a pastor.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't know.
And I so just to give context, I'm non-religious, ladies Christian, and but with him being a pastor, I feel like that would be hard for anybody, like because you have to be very invested, I
Yeah.
guess, into
Hmm.
that
Yeah.
because as their partner or spouse, you
You
got
have to
that
be.
responsibility
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. For sure. Everybody's looking up to you. Everybody's looking at you. Everybody's judging
Oh
you.
yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And
And church people be the main ones,
yeah, they
judging
do.
all day.
So, but it kind of ties into what we talked about the last episode about you have to be compatible, you
Yeah.
have to have like
Yeah.
shared values and commonalities. And I was like, yeah, I don't know.
But him being a pastor is gonna take that woman that wants to be in that space.
Yeah,
It can't
absolutely.
just be anybody. Oh, you're a pastor? Yeah, sure, I'm fine.
Yeah.
No.
But she did say that he said he understands that his partner, his or wife, um didn't choose to be first lady. He
Mhm.
chose to be pastor.
Mhm.
So if she is not invested into doing all of the
Playing that
first lady
role,
things, yeah, that
he
he's
will
okay with that.
understand.
That was my reaction as well because I'm like, even
As the
if
years go by,
oh, absolutely. And even if he doesn't have the expectation, the church will.
yes, of
Because
course,
yeah, because that is the precedence
that's
that's
what it's
set.
supposed to be.
Right. And
It's, yeah,
so yeah, I don't know. But and then she mentioned that he said even if like his wife didn't want to go to church every Sunday with him, it would be, okay. Which I mentioned to her that I would be okay with going with my partner, even though I'm non-religious. I If I met a man who was and we wanted to be together, I would compromise and go and visit his church from time to time. And I could even see myself committing to visiting once a month,
hmm,
as long as he understands that pressure to like join and be a part of it. Like, don't hit me with that because I'm not doing that.
yeah,
Um, but you have your people around you, so they are not going to be on the same wavelength.
no, mm-mm, no, not
But
at all.
so we shall see if anything will come of that. But I know
You still getting the number?
I think
Why are we
so.
still getting the number?
well,
Just a question.
Wendy was saying that we could be friends and we can go on a date and see. And I don't know. I don't know because on the one hand, I feel like I'm always open to just like dating for, as I would say, for shits and giggles. But as a pastor, I feel like that's not what he's going to be doing. Like he's
Yeah,
looking for a serious partner. And if I'm already eliminated as a candidate, then
you eliminated yourself.
Yeah. But I just feel like if he's a pastor, that's probably what he's gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see. But
Well, yeah, you can go on the date and see.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Or we don't even have to go on a date. We
you
can
can
just
talk
talk,
on the
yeah,
phone.
and
Yeah,
see how we vibe. But
yeah.
yeah, I don't see me being first lady Chrissy
No,
anytime soon.
like it's funny because my godmother would always say your husband's gonna be a pastor. I said, don't say that. Like, please don't say that because no, man.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with it, but
Yeah.
like that's just I
It's a lot
never
of
saw myself. It's a lot of
responsibility.
responsibility, and that's not something
Yeah.
that I ever saw myself doing.
Yeah. Over like your entire dating experience, who was the guy that you would say was the most unlike you and different from?
You know the answer to that
No, I
question.
don't.
Yes, you do. One who must not be named.
Oh, oh. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that seriously because
Yeah.
I mean he was cool and like fun, but not like even you said it. You like I was myself, but like not really fully myself.
Yeah, because your lady's very extroverted. Like maybe I would say ambivert. You can
Yeah,
be a
because
little
I'm
bit
like,
more reserved
yeah,
around
and
people you don't know, but amongst her friends and family, lady's the life of the party. And this guy was very,
he
very
wasn't family
reserved.
oriented. It was like very different from me because I'm
Yeah,
very family oriented.
yeah,
He was not, and he was very selfish and
yeah,
self-absorbed, which I should have noticed.
yeah. But all,
Um,
all that men are. But
but yeah, but so yeah, so I would
yeah,
say him.
yeah.
And oh, it was one other guy like years and years ago. He was like 6'5" and
Oof, that height.
handsome, and yeah, that high. Actually, me and your sister met him. We were at Enterprise, and he was returning a car,
Mhm.
and that's how we came in contact with him. And then of course, she always trying to match me,
Always trying to match make
and
somebody.
that's how I got that number. And he was such an ass. I don't
Oh,
even know if I can say that on here,
yes,
but
you
he
can.
was such an asshole because he
Yeah,
thought he was God's gift to women. And yeah, I that didn't last for long because
yeah,
I no, I
yeah.
don't do that.
I haven't like in recent like years, of course, like I've only met a couple of guys that you dated because you were single for a bit
A
after,
bit,
yeah, after
yeah,
we got really close. But
yeah.
outside
Who
of
would you
him,
pick other than he who must not be named? Well, it wasn't a whole lot
it
of them
wasn't,
either.
yeah, and
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
all like very similar to you, like
Mhm.
personality wise, like
Yeah,
they were just very like, friendly
yeah.
and life of
Family
the party.
oriented, because
Yeah,
that's like my main thing.
right, right.
So yeah, but that guy, he was like
Yeah,
totally
so different
opposite
than.
and different. I was just like just trying to make it work. I don't know why I was trying to make it work. But
Because I
like
think on paper he checked a lot of your
yeah,
boxes.
yeah.
Outside of the him being a little reserved and like not as family oriented, he checked most of the other
Yeah,
boxes.
yeah, he did.
But
But it's like it's so hard
mhm,
like if you're with someone and like they're not um if your friends don't care for him,
yeah,
it's
oh,
hard. It's
absolutely,
so hard because now for me, like I feel like I couldn't talk to nobody
yeah, because
about
like I
him
can't be
because
open about what's going on
what's going
because
on.
nobody
Yeah, and
cares
then
for him.
like I don't want to be like that, like be
Yeah,
in a relationship and then you can't communicate with your family or friends.
I
And
went through that with Stankums a
what do you
little bit.
mean?
Well, not with y'all. Okay, so I'll give some context to everybody watching.
Kristinka.
Me and my ex had some crazy nicknames for each other. And if he ever watches this, hey Stank Stank, you know who you are.
Hi, Stacey. You know I love you.
Whitney Lady wanted me with him so bad. But anyway, um, when I was dating him, we went through a lot of different phases. Because ultimately, like we had like shared values, but then they kind of changed. But my other friends did not like him. Like Whitney
Mm.
and Lady were team Augustine, but the rest of them, they were just like, yeah, no, no. Especially Savannah. Savannah was
Yeah.
like, when I see that man, I'm gonna fight him.
You remember what did she say? he dropped the ball twice or something like that.
We were talking about why me and him didn't work out because we were one of those insufferable on and off couples would try again, not work, try again. Don't do that. Do not waste your time like
Yeah,
that.
because
But
for real.
we were talking about possibly trying again, and she said no because
He
how did
fumbled
he
the
drop the ball,
ball,
pick
and
the
then
ball
threw
up,
it
drop
like
the
he threw it
ball, and
back in.
fumble the
And
same
he
ball?
fumbled, the
No.
same ball.
But did she lie? No, she
No, she
didn't.
didn't. There was
Cause
no lie
yeah,
there.
but I feel like personality wise though we were very compatible.
Mm-hmm.
But when I
Because he
look
was
at like
funny,
yeah,
and
very
it was
funny.
like you guys were,
Yeah, like our personalities meshed very, very well together. But overall, like my full dating history, wild card after wild card after wild card. Like none of the men were the same. Like
Mm-hmm.
some
Mm-hmm.
of them would be like the very posh, refined African men, and others,
All of them.
not all, well, like
Half of
65%
them.
of them. And then the other one would be like a white skater boy. And then another one was Bosnian, one was Russian, and all from different places,
Yeah. You like
personalities different.
definitely around the world.
Yeah, very international woman.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Yeah.
don't know. I feel like now that I'm like older and I've like really kind of found myself, I know what I'm looking for in a man, or I should say, I know what I would prefer and what I
Mm-hmm.
think is the type of man that I would want to end up with. But I do appreciate the fact that I'm open, so I'm
Yeah.
not gonna stop myself.
I
But
I wasn't open.
but it worked out anyway
Yeah.
because we had Tori.
Yeah.
And he checks all the boxes. So sometimes sticking to what especially like I feel like you have always been very rooted in knowing who you are and knowing what you want,
Yeah.
and it just made it easier for you when you met these people to know
Yeah.
like
Swap, swap, swap.
it helps you to like stay the
Focus.
course. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you all over the place like me.
I mean, but that's what dating is about, though.
Yeah, I will
Yeah.
say it has
Yeah.
been fun, like dating some people that you would have never thought, like, oh, this person. Like even the last guy that I went out on a date with, when I sent some of my friends the picture of him, they were like, "Girl, him? Like he's cute, but he seemed like somebody who wouldn't be my type." And I was like, "Yeah, like I'm open to trying new things."
But I want to talk. You remember that guy that lived next door to us that had a whole baby, was trying to talk to
Oh,
me the whole time? Girl, listen, I
girl, I
cannot.
forgot about him.
Yes,
When I
he
tell
was
you,
like.
I'll let you. Yeah, tell the story. Tell the
So
story.
he first of all he was young, so like nothing was ever
Yeah,
gonna
he
be
was around like what?
20 something.
No, I think he was older than me a little bit and younger
Um,
than, but
but he was still younger than me, and I wasn't.
yeah,
Yeah,
but he
but
wasn't that much younger. Yeah.
but he was young. But and this man was trying to pursue me, and
He was flirting
I was
hard. She's not
like,
telling the story right,
okay, go
actually.
ahead, go ahead.
So this was our neighbor. We lived in this neighborhood, and he had a gym in his garage.
And we
And
like to work
sometimes,
out.
right, and this one, oh, workoutaholic. So we would go on walks and runs in the neighborhood sometime, and we saw his gym. So I guess they struck up a conversation at some point, and he invited us to, or invited you, and you were like, "I'm bringing my sister."
Yeah, we are paired.
That part. And so we started going to his gym, and he was a trainer too, right? As a
Yeah,
side hustle.
yeah.
So he started like training us, but really he was trying to, he was trying to get to the goods. He would flirt with her so aggressively. And he was a handsome
He
thing.
was.
But I remember when like they started like getting to know each other. So of course you ask all the questions, how old are you, where you
Do you
from,
have
all this stuff. Do you have
kids?
kids?
No.
And he said no and told him the rest.
3 months later, he had a baby.
Brand new baby.
And I was like, I asked you if you had kids, and he was like, well, the kid wasn't here yet, so it didn't matter.
flabbergasted
Girl,
because
I said, so it's a certain way you gotta ask these questions now.
literally, and
It
men think
was
you're
so
being dramatic
crazy.
when you ask them certain questions, but you literally go through scenarios like that where
Yeah,
you literally have to pull the information
because he
out
could
of
have been to have
them.
a kid on the way. The
Literally.
kid is here technically.
Right.
So yeah,
But
that was
he
wild. I had never. That was my first time encountering something like
also
that.
bold because he knew we literally lived like what, five houses down.
Down
Like
from
we weren't,
him.
it wasn't even like we on the other side of the
No,
neighborhood.
5. Was it 5? It was
It
like
was like
3.
three
It was
maybe.
our place, our sister's place, then his place. It was like one
Yeah, it was like
house.
three houses,
Yeah,
two.
1, 2. Yeah, yeah. So it was like
Crazy.
right, like literally. And then after that, he still tried to like, dude, go somewhere.
That part.
And then moved though.
Yeah,
Then moved.
they moved, but
Um, I was
crazy.
just
The
all the
audacity.
time, all the
The
time.
audacity. But you
So
have to ask.
yeah, you have a certain way. Why do I have to ask a certain way? You know, you gotta.
Right.
So can you imagine if I did like him and
Hmm.
if we did start dating,
Yeah,
like what that would look like?
exactly.
Crazy as
And they
hell.
start like they do stuff like that. I feel like let me not generalize because women probably do it too. But people will reveal information because they want you to get invested
Mm-hmm.
and get you liking them a little bit more first before they, bring out the full extent of the
Of
situation.
this is yeah.
That's like that guy I matched with, and I had on my profile, I didn't want to date a man with kids, and then we start having the conversation. You got three.
Yeah.
What?
Oof.
But
Crazy.
you got to ask them
Crazy.
about if they have a baby on the way. You also got to ask them, are you in a relationship? Is there anybody who thinks they're in a
You
relationship
with
with you?
you, yeah, because you may not be in one with them, but
Yeah. You're not
also
exclusive, but is someone
someone
exclusive with
exclusive
you?
with you. So another thing when I was dating, um, I met this guy on Black Planet. I
Hmm.
met him, and he moved to Charlotte from Ohio because he was separated. So he moved here, and his wife lived in Atlanta.
Hmm.
Well, his ex, whatever, separated. So I was like, okay, well, she's not here. He lives here, and he's separated, so they're headed for a divorce,
Hmm.
right? So, but he would go to Atlanta
Hmm.
because they had kids or a daughter or something. But when he went to Atlanta, I would never hear from him.
Mm.
And then when I questioned him, I'm not gonna disrespect my kid's mother. Sir, go back to your
That
wife.
part.
Go
That
back
part.
to your wife. So after that, if you separated, don't
Yeah.
even look my
Same.
way.
Same.
And then that separation where, oh, we still live in the same house, but we're separated, sir, go home.
Go home. That part. Go home.
Because no.
I feel you. I was talking to this guy. I used to work at one of the hospitals, and he was a security guard. He was cute, um, but he was way older than me at the time. I was in my early 20s, but he was. I'm separated, and I asked him, "Are you separated or divorced?" And he said, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Are you separated or are you divorced?"
It's a yes or
And
no question.
he
Like, what do you
said,
mean?
"What's the difference?" And I said, "If you have to ask,
What's the
you're still
difference? You're still
married."
married. Oh my
Because,
gosh.
then I asked him, I was like, "Did you get married in North Carolina?" He was like,
Yeah, so
"Yeah,
you can
why?"
find out.
And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Yeah, so you're extra being obtuse right now
Hmm.
because in the state of North Carolina, you have to be legally separated for 1 year before you can finalize your divorce."
Or before you even file for
Yeah,
separation.
or right.
Yeah,
You
before you
can
file for
before you
separation.
file for. So I was like, "Are you legally divorced?"
Or
Oh
separated.
yeah. Oh no. Of course not. Because if you were, you
We
would
would
have
have been going
said
back and forth. You would answer the question. Oh yeah, I'm
and then
divorced.
then we had the conversation of, well, what does it matter? And I'm like, well, it matters to me because I don't want to go through the process of liking somebody, getting invested into something where you could easily just turn around and say, I'm
and
going
go
back
back
to
to
my
my
wife.
wife. And that's a possibility because that's why it's called a separation.
Right.
You're separating to figure out what it is that you want to do as a
Absolutely.
couple.
Exactly. And
And you don't need to be out here trying to talk to nobody.
yeah, and I do understand, I guess to some extent. I have a friend who is legally divorced now, but when he was separated, he was dating because in his mind, me and my marriage is done, and it was truly done emotionally. Like he knew they were gonna go for it. I was like, but at the same time, you can't fault a woman for not wanting to go down that road with you
Hmm.
until that chapter is
It's
completely
closed.
closed.
Let me tell you something. Oh, go ahead.
No,
I'm
go ahead.
sorry. So I met this guy, um, and like he was like, this was my birthday. I was celebrating my birthday at one of my friends' lounge, and I was outside. I had just come in, and this guy was outside. He was like, "Oh, you know, you're beautiful. What's your name?" And all formality or
Hmm.
whatever. And I said, "Do you have a girlfriend?" And he was like, he said no, and he said that he had just taken his key. That like they had broken up. They were living together, and he had just gotten his key from her, or whatever. I asked him, "Are you married?" He was like, "No," and I wasn't feeling him like that. But okay, whatever. So we started talking, and I think like maybe 4 weeks into us talking, he tells me he's separated. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah, because you were being.
He got upset at
Of course
me,
he did.
and he said he didn't hear me say, "Are you married?" And he was, I did, like I did because I asked you, "You have a girlfriend? Are you married?"
Yeah,
And he would not take no for an answer. And
deceitful.
yeah, and so I stopped, like I shut it down, like I'm
Yeah,
not playing with you.
right.
And then like months later, he called me, "Oh, I have the divorce paper." I don't care.
That part. Because if he had just been upfront back then,
Yeah.
maybe you would have dated him
Yes,
still. Just
girl.
be
Just
honest.
be honest. So then he went. It's so crazy. He, some girl. He texted me one day. "Oh, I'm engaged and we're getting married." But I don't care.
Yeah,
It didn't even last.
of course not.
He
Because
was
he's
just trying to
messy.
like, sir, why do people do that?
Yeah, I had a guy, another older man trying to. Older men stay going for a youngin, and this man was. When I tell you, I had no business dating this man. I was like early 20s, but I was a very like immature early 20s because I had lived this like
I can
super
see that.
sheltered life.
You being immature, I
Well,
can
when I
see
say
that.
immature, I mean like I had like no like real like life experience when it comes to like dating
Mhm.
and anything because I had was
Yeah.
sheltered, religious, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I was dating this man. He was like in his 50s and kids, almost a divorcee. And I was just dating him because he would buy me stuff. Like he would literally, he paid for all this stuff. Like he would pay my phone bill at one point and was just like, he would give me money. I'd come to the hospital, he'd just give me money. I'm
Mhm.
like, yeah, this my kind of man. Never, and mind you, never did anything with him. Didn't even kiss the man. And he was doing
that's
all of
that's
that.
what sugar
When
daddy.
I tell you
That's the sugar
a
daddy I
sugarless
would have
daddy,
needed.
I was enthralled. Anyway, this man wanted to be with me so bad. I don't know if I shouldn't say wanted to be with me because I don't know if he wanted to actually like seriously be
To
in a
be with it,
relationship, but
yeah.
I know of course he wanted to smash. But he was still legally married but not divorced yet. That man was ready to introduce me to his almost ex-wife because he wanted me to know this thing is over. And
Well,
if
that see that's it right there, right? Because but the ones that be like, "Oh yeah, we're separated, we live in the same house. Can I come to the house?"
yeah,
Oh no.
and they didn't live together. Because he had a townhouse that he was trying to get me to rent. I was like, I'm not living in your house, sir. Probably got cameras in here, be watching me. But I had been to his home, and he lived alone. But yeah, he was just like, oh yeah, you want to
You want to
talk to
meet
her?
her?
Like
Oh my
he
gosh.
that's how serious he was about it. So I'm like, yeah, if they want to be upfront about it, they can
Yeah,
be
they can
upfront
be
about it.
upfront about
But
it.
they would
Yeah,
rather deceive.
as if you're not gonna find out.
Right. And the truth always comes out. It may not come out
Always.
right away, but it always comes, so you might as well just.
But like That's why all these people are on Snap.
Girl,
I
Fatal
love I
Attraction,
love me some
Snaps.
Snap because yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's we should do an episode where we talk about like our like favorite
Shows,
shows,
yeah,
especially crime shows,
yeah,
and we could even like dissect certain stories that were like really mind-boggling.
yeah. And the book club.
Oh yeah, we were discussing it earlier. So we're thinking of doing a book series, like a book club, and we'll present the book, and once we both have read it, we'll sit down, talk about it, dissect it, and we'll just make that like a little series, and
Yeah,
it'll be nice because I told myself this year I want to read more books.
same. I did too. And
So
I read that one book, and I wanted to read more, and Audible was like, no. So I have to go to the library. I can get some
yeah,
books from the
there's
library.
an app you can get library books. It's called Hoopla.
Okay,
So you can
okay.
download them there.
Because when I read that book, I was like, ooh, what's the next book I can read? Yeah.
So once we get Lady some more credits or a Hoopla account, we'll find the book and we'll post weeks in advance. This is the book we'll be dissecting in case anybody wants
Want
to
to
read
read
it,
and
and that'll be a nice
do it
little
with us. Yeah.
project.
Yeah.
And I'm sure later down the line we'll end up doing another episode about dating and relationships
Because
because
we got lots
there's
to
more
say.
stories,
More.
and I'm still single, so I'm gonna have more stuff coming up.
Yeah. We need you to start dating, you and Sissy next door.
Yes,
Because
we
Sissy think her man gonna come and get her.
yeah, they're not gonna knock on the door. No, we gotta go out. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna drag her to one of the
You should.
mixers.
You
Yeah,
should.
they do a lot of little
Yeah.
mixers in Charlotte, so it'll be fun.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but we're gonna wrap it up for now. Thank you guys for coming back to my sister friend podcast. Until next time.
see y'all. That was ghetto.